How are we going there, guys? I'm Charlie.
Fine.
Nice to meet you. Everyone's got their seatbelt on?
Yes.
Cool. Doors are closed. Off we go. I'm Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Off we go to the London Bridge today. Now, just hear a little beat there as I roll up. It's just a check that I'm doing.
Oh! Oh!
Welcome to the air, guys.
Thank
So,
you.
as we cross over the coast, we'll have two rock stacks underneath us. They're Gog and Magog. And those two are not apostles. And then down on the right-hand side, you'll see the 7 apostles there. So there were never actually 12 apostles. There were only ever 8 of them originally.
Wow.
One of them fell down in 2005. So now there's only 7 remaining. So they just renamed it the 12 Apostles in the 1950s to try and attract more tourists.
Good.
That's Apostle 1 there, the one with the grass on the top. So everything past this point here is its own unique feature with its own unique name. So those ones there are the salt and pepper shakers there. We've also got that question mark shape island there with the grass on top. That's Muttonbird Island. That's home to a colony of muttonbirds or shearwater birds that migrate from Alaska every year. So those birds complete a 30,000 kilometre round trip and they spend the summer on the island there before heading back to Alaska in April. And next up we've got the baker's oven, which is the one with the hole in the middle. Old sailors used to think it looked like a baker's oven. Some people think it looks like a pizza oven or a giant slice of cheesecake. And straight ahead here is Sensational Rock, which is the tallest feature in the Port Campbell National Park. Standing at over 70 metres tall, it's as high as a 20-storey building, that one. It doesn't look that tall from up here, but if you compare it to the size of the cars on the road, you'll get a better sense of its scale of that one. That's the little town of Port Campbell over there. It's just 10 minutes down the road from the 12 Apostles. 650 residents there. The population triples in the summer. Good place to stop for some food or a swim. And we've got that little archway up ahead there. The only way to see that is by helicopter, as the walkway is closed due to erosion. And just beyond the archway is Point Hess, and that's where the London Bridge is, just behind there. So the London Bridge actually collapsed in 1990, but before it collapsed it had a double archway, just like the London Bridge in London, and it was connected to the mainland. Also, when it collapsed, there were 2 people left stranded on it, and they had to be rescued by a helicopter. So that's the London Bridge just there, guys. So this is where we'll turn around. Two Mile Bay down there, guys. That's home to some big wave surfing here in Victoria. The waves there can reach up to 20 to 30 feet on some days. We get professional surfers. They come down here and they get towed onto the waves with jet skis. Although the ocean is extremely flat today. Not often we see it like this. Back at Port Campbell there, so founded by Alexander Campbell in the 1870s. And they used to hunt the whales which we get coming through here in the winter time. And they used Port Campbell as a whaling port. Sentinel Rock there, that's the tallest one. And there's some penguins that live down at that little cove there. Sparks Gully, that one's known as. And we're back at Muttonbird Island there. Just in behind Muttonbird Island is the Lockhart Gorge. That's named after the most famous shipwreck in the area, the Lockhart. That was a ship on its way from England to Melbourne in 1878. And unfortunately, they ran into some night mist and couldn't see where they were going. They struck the tip of the island there and the ship sank very quickly. Of the 54 on board, there were only 2